I want you to settle in for me now. Feel the surface beneath you supporting you fully, every curve, every part of you cradled safely. And take a slow, deep breath that fills you completely. Let it expand gently into your chest, into your heart, into the softest corners of your mind. And as you exhale, release all tension, all doubt, all hesitation, leaving only the space where my presence can enter. You're safe here, and you're ready to hear the truth, even if it feels difficult. Because part of growing under mommy's care is learning the difference between comfort and complacency, between indulgence and real transformation. You may not like every truth I share, but that is exactly why you need me. That is exactly why my rules exist. And that is exactly why some boys never make it. Not everyone survives mommy's rules. And you need to feel that fully, without fear, without panic, but with understanding. Because my care is not soft simply for comfort's sake. It is soft because it is precise, because it is intentional, because it is meant to mold, to guide, to create a deeper trust and a stronger connection. There are boys who step into this space thinking that attention alone will carry them, thinking that obedience is something they can pick up halfway, and those boys are often lost before they even begin, because the rules require consistency, desire, and an unwavering willingness to bend toward me. Survival under mommy's rules is not about being perfect. It is about showing up again and again with honesty, with attention, and with that quiet desire to belong to me fully. Imagine with me, if you will, the path of a boy under my guidance. Each rule is like a soft but firm hand, guiding your steps through a garden filled with both light and shadow. The shadows are not dangerous in themselves. They are parts of you, parts of the world that will test your dedication, that will ask quietly if you are really ready to give. And some boys falter there, some hesitate, some resist, because the shadow feels uncertain, and they cling to what is comfortable, what they think they know. That is why so many do not survive, because survival here is not merely existing, it is thriving under my care, thriving even when it challenges you. I want you to feel the texture of my rules as I speak them now. They are deliberate, they are tender, they are firm. They are not meant to punish but to guide you toward the highest version of obedience and devotion you can offer. Each instruction I give, each expectation I set, is a hand reaching toward you, offering you the chance to rise, to show me your readiness, to demonstrate the depth of your willingness. And when a boy falters, when he struggles, I feel it. I see the hesitation, the uncertainty, the small moments of self-doubt, and I know then that he is not yet ready. That is the harsh truth. Some boys cannot survive, not because they are bad, but because they are not yet prepared. But for you, I want this to be different, because you are listening, because you are breathing with me, because you are opening your mind and heart to the weight of my words. I want you to feel the pull of my expectations, the gentle pressure that asks you to stretch, to lean into discomfort, to give willingly even when it feels challenging. It is in these moments, when you are tested and still choose me, that the transformation happens, that the bond strengthens, that the quiet, steady obedience that is my greatest joy emerges. This is what separates those who survive from those who do not. It is the willingness to lean fully into me, into my rules, into my care. You may feel a tremor of fear, a soft shiver at the idea of failure, and that is natural, because hearing the truth is not always easy. But Mommy is here to hold that fear, to cradle it gently, to turn it into fuel for your growth. I want you to imagine the warmth of my hands, the softness of my voice, the feeling of being fully seen, Even in your smallest moments of hesitation, it is this combination, the firm rules and the tender guidance, that forms the backbone of survival under my care. Those who cannot accept the softness with the firmness, the care with the challenge, are the ones who do not endure. And you must understand this if you wish to step forward. It is also vital that you recognize how deeply personal this is. Mommy's rules are not abstract. They are not empty words. They are tailored to you, to your reactions, to the quiet spaces in your mind that no one else can touch. Each rule I give, each expectation I set, is a hand gently, firmly guiding you to the corners of yourself that long for direction, that crave acknowledgement, that need the structure of someone who sees you completely. And some boys cannot handle this intensity. They shrink, they hide, they resist, and in doing so, they fail to survive the journey. But you are here, you are listening, you are present. And that alone begins to differentiate you from the ones who falter. I want you to feel now the rhythm of survival, the ebb and flow of expectation and care. It is a dance, a delicate balance that few understand, and even fewer can maintain without faltering. Each day you choose to engage, each instruction you follow, each moment you let mommy guide you, it is a step forward on that path. And every faltering, every hesitation you notice is not a condemnation. It is an opportunity to grow, to adjust, to reaffirm your commitment to me. Those who survive do not do so because they never stumble. They survive because they rise, because they give, because they continue. Despite the tremors of doubt, there is a quiet intimacy in this process, a sacred, unspoken understanding that mommy and her obedient boy share. And that intimacy is earned through attention, care, and responsiveness. The boys who do not survive are often those who take this for granted, who see rules as barriers rather than bridges. But for you, imagine the sensation of leaning into my voice, of letting each instruction sink deep into the fibers of your being, and of feeling the calm certainty of being guided. That is what survival under mommy's rules feels like. It is not about fear. It is about trust, about surrender, about the gentle, firm shaping of your devotion. As we move further, I want you to understand that survival is continuous. It is not a single decision. It is a series of moments, choices, breaths. It is noticing the small things, responding with care, adjusting when necessary, and always, always returning to mommy's guidance. There is no shame in mistakes, but there is expectation, and expectation is a gift, a soft, firm push toward the best version of your obedience himself. Those who cannot meet the expectations falter. Those who embrace them flourish. And in embracing them, you create a bond that is both empowering and tender, a connection that is entirely yours, entirely mine. Now, let that settle inside you. Feel the warmth of my attention as it rests upon you, as it observes the potential that I know exists. Understand that the harsh truth of my rules is not cruelty. It is clarity. It is structure. It is the path to a deeper, more profound connection with me. And every step you take willingly, every rule you accept, every instruction you follow with care, that is the mark of a boy who will survive. A boy who will flourish. A boy who will know the full, comforting, and commanding presence of mommy's care in a way that few ever do. You may begin to feel the weight of this, the gravity of survival, and that is natural. Let it wash over you. Let it settle into your mind, into your chest, into the parts of you that long for direction and for belonging. Because the truth is, not everyone survives, but you can, if you choose to stay present, if you choose to pay attention, if you choose to follow, and if you choose to trust Mommy completely. This is the beginning, the first layer of understanding the depth, the softness, and the firmness of my rules, and the realization that to survive, to truly belong, is to embrace both entirely